A few days ago, I saw a comment somewhere. It's not on my channel, but on someone else's channel. And the person was like, hey, nursing school is no joke. The academics is on a different level. In fact, I respect nurses. I'm like, Obeka no cre. I understand why some people think nursing school is hard, but I don't like thinking about nursing school as hard. I like to think of it as it's challenging, because you are coming from a different educational setting. You are coming from senior high school where you are spoon-fed with everything. So when you get to nursing school and it's like 70% of the work is on you, it's understandable that you feel it's hard. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you 5 aspects of nursing school that prove to be challenging or are the hardest parts and how to overcome them. So if you're interested, let's get right in. So one aspect of nursing school that is hard is the beginning, or when you are in first year. You know, first year, you are now in a new environment. The teaching style is different. The way of doing things are different. 70% of the academic work is on you, and it can be stressful. And coupled with that is the fact that as a first year student, you are the laborer of the school. If you are in the training college, except for a few training colleges that I don't know about, if you are in nursing school first year, you are the laborer. You will do the sweeping, the weeding, the scrubbing, and all of that. So this coupled with the new academic system, just very, very stressful. Nursing school is like a higher form of SHS. Seniors will punish you. Seniors will make you do things. What you can do at this stage is that you perform your assigned duties at the time everybody is doing it, so that you are not left behind. Perform your duties on time. Don't get punished. Punishment will derail your schedule, because the time you are supposed to be doing something else, you are servicing that punishment, and that thing you should have been doing at that time is still waiting for you to go and do. So it sets you on a road of no return. So try as much as possible not to get punished. Do your work when everybody is doing it, so that when everybody is studying, you also get time to study. But punishment will get in the way of all of that. And in fact, when we go to nursing school in the first year, the first 3 weeks of nursing school, there was water shortage. For 3 long weeks, the taps were not flowing. And you have to fetch water to the kitchen, fetch water for your seniors to bath before you fetch water for yourself. And this is not like you are just coming down from your room to go and fetch water from the tap. We left, sometimes we have to walk about a mile away from the campus to go and search for water, some well or some reservoir somewhere to fetch water. Imagine upon all of that, you have to, after going for like 4 times to fetch water, you have to go and do punishment again. You'll be stressed, like you hate it. So avoid punishment and your life will be a little easy. The second aspect of nursing school that can prove challenging is the workload and the maxed out schedule. With the workload, a lot of information is dumped on you at a fast pace, because in nursing school you have to learn a lot in a small time period. So a lot of information is dumped on you really, really fast, because some of the courses you only do it 1 semester or twice, 2 semesters, and you are done. And that's information you'll be using for the rest of your life. So information is just coming in, and there's quizzes, assignments, mid-semester, and end of semester exams. And then aside that, especially if you are a first year, there are programs that as a first year you are not allowed to exempt yourself from. Things like school programs, SRC weeks, church services, and all of that. As a first year, you can't even exempt yourself from. So you see that your time is limited, your time is like choked. But even with this choked schedule and huge workload, there are still time that is allocated for you to study, for you to rest, and all of that. Utilize those times very, very well. Let your time be productive for you. And the fact that the time has to be productive for you doesn't mean it's always steady. Make time also to rest, to rejuvenate, and then get back at it again. So with this one, time management is key. Know your schedule, know how to go around your schedule so that you don't get burned out. Burning out in nursing school will affect your grades, it will affect your overall performance. You might be an A student in secondary school, but you get to nursing school, you realize that, hey, so time management is very, very key in nursing school. The third thing about nursing school that can be challenging is some of the courses. Some of the courses can be very challenging to understand. For example, I had problem with pharmacology and microbiology. It's like, it was just, it wasn't going well. But one thing is, when you know the challenge, when you know the problem, then you know how to tackle it. For example, if you find some courses that are hard for you to understand or grasp, but there are courses that are easy for you to understand, allocate more time to the courses that you find hard so that you work on them more often, because you know for the courses that you understand, it's just reading a little more and the knowledge is understood and absorbed. But the ones that you are finding difficult, allocate more time, study harder, ask questions, liaise with people that you know are good with this course to help you out. You can't do it alone. Sometimes, most times you can't do it alone. Form study groups and find people who can help you with those courses. And also understand that you might not be understanding the course in school now, but it will all make sense to you when you get on the field. It will all come together when you get on the field. So strategize with your difficult courses and face them head on. The next thing you can find challenging in nursing is their exams, the way the exams are set up, especially the multiple choice questions where all the options A, B, C, they said choose one, and yes, A, B, C, and D feel like they are all correct, and they are all correct, so now you have to choose the most correct. And the questions are like this to make you think, because nursing requires critical thinking, so questions are structured in a way that will make you think more. What I normally do is to relax, read the question for it to make sense, because understanding the question is also part of the exams. You have to understand to know what they're asking for. And most times the questions are practical. So when you exempt yourself from going to the field and clinicals, you might not be able to answer some of the questions, because some of the questions, before you can answer, you must have seen the procedure being performed, or you might have carried it out yourself to know the right answer. During our licensing exam, when we were writing our medical nursing paper, we were asked, how do you take sample from a wound for culture and sensitivity tests? Now me, throughout all of my clinicals and all of that, I've never done wound dressing. I've never done wound dressing. I know all the procedures per what I learned in the book, but I have never carried out the procedure myself, talk less of taking a sample for testing. So I was there, and it was not just me, it was most of us, until we got the hint that like the procedure is similar to wound dressing. It's just that you have to take the swab before you dress the wound, and that is it. So if you've not been to the field to know how wound dressing is done, how you set up the trolley and all of that to dress a wound, you will not be able to answer that question. Exams are very critical, and you have to read with understanding. One thing I always say is that nursing is not one of those courses where you chew, pass, forget, and never use it. You need it on the field. So instead of reading for the sake of reading, or instead of reading to know the facts, read the material for it to make sense to you. Ask questions that will make what you are learning make sense and make you understand it. When you understand it and you know why it happens the way it's happening, you will never forget. Trust me, you will never forget. And you will see that you write your exams with more confidence and all of that. When we're writing our disease control and CHN and administration exams papers, we're writing like we didn't care what was happening, because we were confident and like we knew our stuff. And a lot of us had distinction in those two papers, even in our licensing exams. So it's not impossible to pass nursing school exams. So don't beat yourself so hard. Work from the beginning. Start nursing school first year with licensure exam in mind, so that by the time you get to third year, your final year, you've done all the work that needs to be done. And this time it will just be revision and writing your exams with ease. All of us who pass licensure, we don't have 6 heads. So this one, so you can also do it. And another thing that can be challenging, especially if you are someone who is outgoing and like to be around people, is the lack of social life. You can get so caught up in nursing school activities that you forget to even connect with people, family and friends. But it's all in good faith, because nursing school is for how long? 3-4 years tops. You are done, and you can resume whatever social life you had before nursing school. And in this age of TikTok, Instagram and all of that, you think that you miss something. New things are always coming on. The fact that there's a new trend on TikTok, or there's a new challenge going on TikTok, and you are not able to do it, doesn't mean there won't be any new challenge or any new trend on TikTok. People are coming up with trends and challenges all the time. So The fear of missing out is only in your head. You will not miss out much. When you come out, you join the train and you move on. So social life might have to be on hold for now, but it's temporal. When you come out, you see that even the things that you used to work yourself up about were actually not that, you'll be like, this one, and you grow. After nursing school, you grow, like your way of thinking changes. So don't worry about missing out much. You won't miss out much. Okay. And also don't be so eager to, especially if you're a hosteler and there are rules concerning being in the boarding house and you are so eager to go out and party and get yourself in trouble. It's just, I've seen people being sacked from school just because they have to have some fun. I think it's childish. Trust me, it's childish, because if you focus and sacrifice these 3 years and come out and have all the things you want to have, what would they take from you? It's all about the mindset. If you tell yourself, okay, I'm devoting this time that will benefit me for the most part of my life, because you might be a nurse for the rest of your life and retire as a nurse. So if 3 years will give you that career that you are dreaming of, why not just give it your all, give it your best, and when you come out, life is waiting for you to come and enjoy. I hope this was helpful. Like this video, share and subscribe if you've not done that yet, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.